Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have a dupes video for you today. Now, before anyone asks, I don't have the palette, the expensive palette that these are dupes for. If I had the expensive palettes, I would not have needed the lesser expensive Ccolor dupes. I do realize that some YouTubers have both palettes to compare, but I don't. So what I will do is I will give you some swatches on my arm and show you what they look like on, during the video. And then I will just have to put up the other swatches and the other palettes on the screen. So if this still sounds like something that you'd be interested in, keep on watching because that's coming up next. Okay, and I certainly didn't mean for that intro to sound sarcastic in any way, but I know there's a lot of people that are like, well, aren't you gonna swatch the other one too? Well, no, Karen, I'm not, because I don't have it. Because if I could afford the expensive one, I would have no need for the dupe. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm feeling rather saucy right now. Just not real happy about some things in the world right now. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, and we're not going to get into that. So, excuse me, what I have for you today is I have 5 different palettes from the Ccolor line. And that is capital C Color. And I have 3 of their Obsessed palettes, which of course are dupes for the Huda Beauty Obsession palettes. I have this beautiful Feverish palette, which is a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette. And then I have the Golden palette, which is of course a dupe for the Natasha Denona Gold palette. So I wanted to get into these smaller ones first and get them out of the way, because I have had the number 3 Obsessed palette for a little while and I do love it. So I just recently purchased the 1 and the 6. So I'm gonna start with 1. I'm going to take the little plastic off. And of course, 1 is a dupe for the Huda Obsession. The Huda Obsession Smokey palette. Okay? The Huda Obsession Smokey palette. I'm sorry, for some reason I could not get that out. But it is a 9-pan palette. The palettes aren't huge. You've got 4 matte colors and 5 shimmer colors. It's a smoky palette, but it's also a fairly neutral palette. You've got this gold shimmer, which is really, really pretty. You also have a silver shimmer, which is really pretty. You've got a flat matte black, which is pretty. And then you've got a couple of different shades of brown. And then you've got this little pop of matte, kind of a peachy tone. Oh, how did I do that? All right, and I did the swatches on the top of my hand so that you can see them. But I would say it compares very, very closely. This black matte may look patchy, but it really is just the way that I swatched it. I don't find the mattes to be patchy at all. The shimmers are very vibrant, even without, you know, like wetting your brush. But I do find that these are the kind that do better when applied with your finger. The next one that I have, this number 3, is a dupe for the Mauves Obsession palette. And in this palette, you also have, you have actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have actually 6 mattes in this one and only 3 shimmers. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch 4 of the mattes for you, which, by the way, are lovely. Okay, this last one that's going across my knuckles is this color right here, and it's a little bit hard to see. Probably on camera, it's probably getting washed out, but it is a nice matte. I like using colors like that to just do a wash of color over my whole lid before I even get ready to apply. I love doing that to just kind of even out the skin tone. And let me go ahead, let me let this dry a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch for you. I guess I could do it on my other hand. I'm gonna swatch these 3 gorgeous shimmer shades. I love swatches, but swatches can be so messy. And I forget what finger I put stuff on. But there's the shimmers. And I really, really have enjoyed having this palette. I've used it quite a bit. And I will have everything linked below in the description box. Ccolor just had a big sale. And so I can't really remember how much I paid for these, but what I'll do in the description box, or as I'm editing, I'll put the regular price up on the screen, and then I may put up there what I paid for them too, and then I'll have them linked below, because I did get these off of the Ccolor site. Even though you can find the Ccolor dupes on Amazon. Now this one is the 6, and it is, well shoot, I can't get the plastic off of it. This one is a dupe for the Huda Obsessions Gemstone palette. And I would dearly love to show it to you. There we go. And swatch them for you. I couldn't get that plastic off. But this one is absolutely beautiful. And it is an all shimmer palette. So I'm not going to swatch them all, but I am going to swatch a few of these because this green, oh, the blue, the purple, and I'm going to do kind of this rusty color as well. And there they are. Aren't they pretty? So anyway, that's what that one looks like. And there's your swatches. So those are the only 3. They do have 6 of them, but those are the only 3. I didn't find myself really interested in having the other ones, only because that I either have something else like them, or I just wasn't, they just weren't my colors. But now getting into these other two are extremely popular The Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette is a very, very popular palette. And if you'll look, I'm going to pull this plastic off because I've left everything intact because I knew I was going to do this video. And so I'm going to do it right side up so that you can see how it compares to the swatch or to the palette that I have up on the screen. So if you look at them, there's just a slight difference in the way they look. This color right here to me does not look quite as pink as the Anastasia Beverly Hills does on camera. But the other ones I say run extremely close in color. So I'm going to go ahead. You have a whole row of, no, they didn't do this one this way. Let me count these up. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 mattes. 7 mattes. Yeah, there's 14 colors. There's 7 mattes and 7 shimmers. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch out 4 shimmers for you on one hand. And I will do the four of the mattes on my other hand. Okay, there's 4 of the shimmers. And then I'm going to use the darker mattes so that they'll show up. Wow. Here's the black, the dark brown, the kind of light to medium brown, and then this coral color. I mean, y'all, these things are seriously pigmented. So I really don't see how you can go wrong. You know, I do understand that when people see Dupes videos, they really do want to see each of them side by side. And a lot of people, when they do Dupes videos, they do whole looks, high-end on one side, drugstore on the other. And I do understand that it is nice to see that. And I'm sorry that I can't offer that to you just yet. But y'all give me time, let my channel grow, and maybe if I ever start receiving any kind of PR or something, I can start doing those kinds of things for you. But as it is, when you have to purchase everything yourself for every video you do, it gets a little bit costly. All right, the last one that I'm gonna do for you is this one is called the Ccolor Golden Palette, and it is a dupe for the Natasha Denona. Oh wow, this has still got a seal on it. Hold on, let me see if I can, let me get it off so you can see it. And I'm gonna do it this way so that you can see how it compares to the Natasha Denona, which I'm putting on the screen. This also is a mix of matte and shimmers, and I find that like these two, this matte and this shimmer, are very, very similar in tone and color. These two, you see how that goes. That's the way those are kind of put together. So I'm going to do a couple of those together. I'm going to swatch the matte green and the shimmer green next to each other. And then I'm going to do another set of these colors next to each other so you can kind of see how they match up and what a beautiful completed look that would make. Let me do these browns. I do the brown shade with the brown shimmer. And then there's kind of there's 3 different browns in here, and each one of them kind of coordinate to a shimmer shade. I don't know if you can see that, but I mean this would definitely have made some gorgeous holiday looks this past season. The greens and the golds, and you know, this pop of copper that's in this one. And y'all, this one is a very, very interesting shade. It's kind of a it's not really a duochrome, but it just has a lot of different flecks of color in it. Anyway, it's gorgeous. But y'all, I'm sorry, the difference in the prices, and it you know, it may just be because it isn't in my price range, but I don't see $129 for an eyeshadow palette. I've done a couple of videos recently on expiration dates, and they're talking about eyeshadow palettes expiring in a year. Do you really want to spend $130 for an eyeshadow palette that you got to toss a year from now? I don't. I don't. But that's just me. Maybe other people have it. Maybe it's a status thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why people do that. And the quality may just really be that good. I don't know. I've heard yes, and I've heard no. And I've heard that even colors within particular palettes vary. The quality of the colors vary from one color to another. So I would say with that not being particularly reliable, it's just not something I'm willing to do. Anyway, but that's me. Maybe I'm old, maybe because we never had to spend that kind of money on makeup to be ready to walk out the door when I first started using makeup, that I've just never been able to get on board that train. I don't know. Anyway, but with that being said, Ccolor is the brand name. They are a dupe company. Look them up, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you'll subscribe before you leave. Like this video if you want to see more dupes. With that being said, God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love you. Bye.